Hey everyone, so this is a continuation of my Model 3 defects and remedies video. So this is part 2. If you missed out on part 1, click the pop-up banner on the top right corner. But otherwise, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that was outstanding last time was that there was a bump in the rear bumper here. And they actually took it to a body shop and they fixed it. So underneath this bumper, there is a little clip that was wedged between the metal part and the bumper. And for whatever reason, that was there when they installed the bumper, therefore making a crease. They moved that to somewhere else, and then they took it to the body shop, and the body shop was able to get that bump out of the bumper entirely. So now there is no more distortion when you look at this bumper. So yeah, pretty satisfied with that. Alright, next is this front bumper here. So they actually had a chip on this little hook cover area here, which was just about here. And last time they just used some touch-up paint and I said I wasn't happy with it, so while it was at the body shop they also fixed this, which is pretty good. So right now you can't see any issues anymore. So yeah, pretty satisfied with that. Okay, the last outstanding item from last time was this wood grain interior trim thing. So last time there was a little dent or a hole on this section here on the passenger side, so on the left side, because I am on the right-hand drive model. So yeah, there was a hole there and they got a replacement piece sent, which took ages, and they replaced it, which is pretty good. So it's like brand new. So yeah, pretty satisfied with that. Okay, so while I was there, I got two other things sorted out as well. These weren't from last time, but I noticed this afterwards during, while I was driving. So the first one of those additional items was the steering wheel, or actually the steering in general. So for whatever reason, I had to hold the wheel slightly to the right to be able to drive the car forward. So there must have been some sort of wheel alignment issue. So I told them about it. They did a wheel alignment free of charge, and now the steering wheel is pretty much dead center when I have to drive straight, which is pretty good. And the next thing I asked them about was Homelink. So my car was supposed to come with it because that was one of the earlier models that still had Homelink included. So I asked them about it and they said yes, my name was on a list and that I could get it retrofitted. And they did that, and I've actually set it up. So if you want to check out the setup video, click the pop-up banner in the top right corner. But yeah, pretty satisfied with that too. Okay, so at this point, I would consider all the delivery defects done. But let's check the timeline here. So I picked up the car on September 24th, had my first appointment on the October 25th, so that's 1 month after I picked up the car. That's when they addressed the majority of the issues, the interior trim stuff, some of the loose panels and stuff. But they failed to address the rear bumper and the front bumper, the paint chip. They basically just put touch-up paint on that. Wasn't quite happy with that. And also, they didn't have the interior trim in stock, so they said that had to be delivered and it would take several months. And they weren't lying. So when the interior trim was ready, that's when they scheduled my appointment for January 13th in 2020. That's the appointment where they sent it to the body shop as well. So during this appointment, I pointed out several things. I pointed out the front bumper was not satisfactory. I pointed out the rear bumper has a dent still. And I also said, could you retrofit Homelink and also fix the steering wheel alignment? And they did all those things, which is really cool. They sent it to a body shop, and the body shop took a week, or about 5 days. So I took it in for the service on the Monday, and then I was able to pick up the car from the body shop on the Friday afternoon. So that was okay. That was pretty good. No loaner car, no nothing, which kind of sucks. I guess that might be because I'm in Australia. Maybe in the US you get a little bit better service, but Australia kind of sucks. But anyway, so I'm pretty happy overall with the current ownership of the Model 3. Quite satisfied with how it drives now that it's basically perfect on the outside and everything. So yeah, very happy with that. I just wish that Tesla could get all this stuff done before delivering to the customers. It does kind of suck as a customer to have to deal with this stuff after the fact. But anyway, if you're considering a Tesla and would like to get one, consider using my code, which I'll put on the screen. But otherwise, I hope this was useful, and thanks for watching.